viewers, you're on to Youth and Issues with Joy. On Youth and Issues today, we're talking about youth and creativity. A lot of Nigerian youths are really talented, they are really creative. I can say that anywhere, any day. Nigerian youths are creative. Like the young man we have in the studio with us today, Shay, on the streets, I saw his work displayed, the portraits he drew. If a Nigerian youth can put works like this, that means this young person has somewhere he's going.
When I was 4 years, I like drawing cartoon very well. I have passion for drawing. I do it, and I'm happy doing it. I'm good in freehand drawing. I studied about that. For me, I say it's God's gift, because the pencil aspect of it is what I learned, but the painting is just natural.
Let's encourage our young people to be what they want to be. There's something on their inside that is crying for expression. You can become a very young entrepreneur in your generation that will make a big mark, that will affect generations, and you become employer of labor. Discover yourself, discover who you are and what you can do.
Nigerian youths are talented, but where are their talents focused on? In our society today, a lot of youths believe there are no job opportunities for them. Nigerians, what do you think? I think it's time for our youth to rise up and become a change agent. Every youth out there, you've got the skill to become an entrepreneur by being focused, diligent, dedicated, and I know you can. I believe in Nigerian youth, and I believe in you.
We have a guest in the studio by the name Abiodun Folawiyo. He's the CEO of Shoespade. How did you start? Tell us the story.
I keep asking myself questions. Abiodun, when you're done with school, what next? What are you going to get for yourself? When I listen to the news, I realize that rate of unemployment increases. Going to school to study accounting would not get you the kind of comfort and expectation you want for yourself in life. I started talking to elderly ones, mentors and all of that. What can I do? And the response I always get most of the time is, what can you do? I told myself at the point that I'm not going to live as an accountant, I'm going to live as a shoemaker.
What do you have to say to youth out there who want to become entrepreneurs? Because I'm an advocate for young people to become entrepreneurs.
I want you guys out there not to give up. The reason why I did not give up was because I had started this business like 3 or 4 years before they died. So I learned how to make money, I learned how to survive, I learned how to be independent. Whatever you've decided to contribute to yourself and the steps you decided to take on a daily basis will determine the kind of future that you have. Show me a guy that is serious about his own life today, and I will show you a successful man and the richest man in the world tomorrow.
You have a young man in the studio by the name Kazim Idris. He's a young entrepreneur who produces perfumes, liquid black soap, and some other things.
Right from when I was a little bit younger, I've been dreaming of being an employer instead of being an employee. I started making the soap for myself, for my own domestic use. And later, and it took a friend to tell me, this thing is marketable.
A young undergraduate who is in final year, industrial relation and personal management in LASU, who is producing this. The purpose is to motivate other young people who are gifted, who are talented, to develop the skills they have. Instead of complaining there are no job opportunities. So every young person out there, I dare you to become entrepreneurs. If you want to make it in life, start small. Begin with what is in your hand, and I know you will surely get there. On Youth and Issues today, we have a young man in the studio by the name Adeniyi. He's a fashion designer, Kings and Queens Couture.
Each time I think about these designs, even at night, while I'm reading or doing something, the idea starts to multiply, and I just get a piece of paper, I write it down so that I don't forget. The next morning or when it's day, I work on it. And so that is how I started.
Kojak, who are your clients? Who are the people that buy from you? Your marketing strategies and all that?
I would say the youths, adults, kids, everybody in general. I started with the designs for guys. I ventured into the designs for ladies. Although I'll be producing for guys and ladies, but my focus is on kids.
Every youth out there, you've seen what Kojak has to display, his designs he brought here and the one I'm wearing. And I want to just use this opportunity to encourage youth out there that are saying the same thing, no job opportunities. There's something in you can give to the society. It's been said that the richest place is the graveyard, where buried talents, inspirations, dreams that people have and they never gave birth to. Especially the youth out there that is watching this program, I want to say to you, there is something you have got that the world is waiting for.
After you have sold, the reaping will amaze those ones who call the future God.
You have your productive years to keep. And for you to maintain your productive years, you must stay out of premarital sex.
The youths of today are the leaders of tomorrow. Any life that is not planned will be lived in penury tomorrow.
When you have the right leaders, you begin to change processes and funding of education.
The purpose is not discovered. Abuse is inevitable. Your vision will determine your speed. The reason why you are slow in your education, the reason you don't know where you are going is because you don't have vision.
Young people in the house, I know you agree with me that we need a change. Do we need a change? Yes. Are you crying for a change?
Yes.
Are you faced with challenges?
Yes.
Hello viewers, you're on to Youth and Issues with Joy. On this program today, we shall be talking with a young man who has great aspiration for his life and for the music industry. He's by the name Emmanuel Ebokosia, and his stage name is XOPXL. You're welcome to this program.
Okay, thank you very much for having me.
You graduated from Hertfordshire University in England.
Yeah.
You studied human resource management. How were you able to cope?
Well, I think the whole scenario of being able to juggle so many things at the same time, it pretty much has to do with self-motivation. Like when you're self-motivated, you can pretty much overcome anything because you can choose when to hang out with your friends, when to talk on the phone, when to study and stuff like that. It's pretty much to do with being raised the right way and having that discipline.
You came out with a 2-1.
Yes.
Second class upper. Working, schooling, and right now you're going into music fully. You told me you were coming to Nigeria to bring, add some things into the music industry in Nigeria.
If you're really a king, you should be recognized in your own home. So as much as I'm good at making something for the Western community, it's also, would be nice to actually come back home and do something for my people as well.
Hello viewers, you're on to Youth and Issues with Joy. On this program today, we shall be talking about youth and drug abuse. And to do this, we have a guest in the studio by the name Babatunde Balemo. He is the staff of Kadam. You're welcome to this program.
Thank you very much.
So what are the things that got you into drugs?
The factor of parental upbringing. Our parents think when they give you all the good things, they think you need. That's all. And some of us we need them. We do not just want their money. We do not want their good things. I remember while I was growing up, the economic factor of going to work and coming back late took a toll because they were not right there for me. And there were some other young ones growing up in my neighborhood who are always there for me to play with. From that and the fact of the peer pressure, one wanting to do what others are doing so as to have a sense of belonging, coupled together with the experience in the home, a little bit of one being adventurous, one wanting to grow up fast into maturity. When you see the elderly ones who look good, especially what they portray to us on the television and the media of people who drink, who smoke, and in the process of time, I began to smoke cigarette, which I would say it's a gateway.
At what age?
I actually started to smoke at the age of 10.
On this program today, we shall be talking about the increase of sexually transmitted diseases among the young people. And in doing so, we have a medical doctor in the studio by the name Dr. Doku Adedeji. So you're welcome to this program. Sir, from the research, there has been an increase of STD among the young people today. What do you think are the causes of the increase of this STD among the young people?
It's more of the society, in the sense that today there's so much permissiveness and also a tendency in young people to want to try things. And also, they see too many of these things in films. Unless we begin to understand the need to curtail this, and also the fact that the society's values is breaking down, the churches are no more as compelling as they used to be. And so we're beginning to see the results of the failure of moral. Absolutely. Parents should be more involved in the bringing up of their children. You see, you can't do things wrong every time and expect a different result. The decadence we see in Nigeria today and the moral debauchery we see is because the society is sick. Everybody wants to change the world, but nobody wants to change himself. The change we desire must start with each person.
I think it is key that for mothers or fathers, we must be actively involved in our children's lives, in their relationships. We must encourage them to be open to us. A parent, I think, should be involved in helping a young person understand what a relationship is, what to expect, how to handle pressure, which we know will definitely come.
We should abstain from sex before marriage, young people. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Because the consequence is beyond what you can imagine. Today, if you go to so many general hospitals and you find young people that have STDs, chronic one, or have HIV/AIDS, many of them would tell you the stories of their life, and that would make you stay off it. But I believe with this program, what you've listened today, that every young person out there, there is nothing that will flash sex in front of you that will make you say yes. On this program today, we shall be talking about the secret of academic success.
There are two key things every young person must know if you want to be successful at anything you do, academics or whatever field you find yourself: determination and sacrifice. Now, some things don't come easy. Actually, nothing good comes easy. I learned early in life that you want something, you work hard to get it. There's no shortcut to hard work. You either work or you don't, and if you don't, you fail.
You must remember that your destiny is in your hand. We have different destinies, but it takes you to discover your own. It can only be you that will take yourself to the next level. From what she has just said, she has shared so much about her life. Hearing her, you will think, oh, she's a genius from the beginning, but she just said that she has to put an extra effort of sacrifice to be who she is today. On Youth and Issues today, we shall be talking about female rape. The issue of rape today in our society is really increasing. Today we find out that from younger children to the teenagers and even to the adults. I have some young people in the studio with me today to talk about this because they are youth, they're in school, they're students, and they understand what is really happening.
Most times it deals with alcohol. Like a guy inviting a girl to his house, and ending up the day, the girl gets there, and maybe the guy's been drinking since morning, and you find out that these people, they've been friends, like they see each other on a normal day, and they talk, they play, they stay with each other, and on just that fateful day, the girl gets there and he's been drunk, and the next thing he's there acting funny, and ending up the day, he rapes the girl.
Is the way we dress, what we wear, exposing our private parts where we are not supposed to do.
Most times, I even blame our parents. Most times, they leave their kids in the hands of their neighbors, family, friends, people you don't even know. You just leave your kids with them, and at the end of the day, they end up abusing them. That's why most times we have lesbians in the country.
Yes.
You can imagine a big auntie sleeping with a little girl, and she can't tell her parents.
Rape can be caused by our social networking, whereby a girl is chatting with a guy, sending nude pictures. They keep exchanging nude pictures. This will warrant or trigger the guy to invite the girl over.
I see a reason why a girl will leave her house and dress half naked to a guy's house, and she thinks she's in a safe hand. It doesn't work out that way. We're all human beings, and we have blood running through our veins.
The issue of rape is something very critical. In homes, we talk about the issue of incest, where uncles rape nieces, or they try to sleep with their cousins. Fathers try to sleep with their female children. By the time we come back next week, you'll be hearing issues, causes, consequences, things that have happened and things that are still happening. Keep a date with us next week on Youth and Issues. Thank you very much.